3, 2, 1. We've got RIP takeoff. RIP takeoff. Welcome to a little earlier Sunday morning edition of Mouthpiece Included, where we talk politics. That's sports and politics. Phil Jackson doesn't like talking sports and politics. Or did he? You know, he was a hippie. But that's for next week. We're going to be on Phil Jackson's ass next week. But we don't know what was in Phil Jackson's heart. But that's next week. This week, on Mouthpiece Included, as always, we got hot topics. But we're covering the greatest football player on any level, at any position, without being a homer. We've got data. We've got analysis. The greatest football player, potentially human being, great humanitarian of all time. All right, that's the topic. And so if you guys stand by, we got to pay some bills here real quick. And we get this John on the road. Big ups to production. Big ups to Chi-Town. What? TATN.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of
fair use, y'all. Fair use. Please like, share, subscribe, tweet the link, whatever you got to do. Let's get them in the building.
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a gaggle of girls?
Okay, I'm in my local Ralph's, and this happened.
I don't go to church, and I know God understands. I can
Man, where do they keep the honey around here? Excuse me, you know where the honey is?
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a gaggle of
Cheese
girls?
Al. Who wants cheese here?
I don't go to church, and I know God understands. I can stay on my couch because God is a fan of the Bears.
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a gaggle of girls?
Bears.
The
Check out
Bears.
the Self-Love Show today at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard.
I don't go to church, and I know God
Word
understands. I can stay on my couch because God is a fan.
We don't know what's in
of
their
the
heart, but we
Bears.
sure know what's coming out of their
Who are
mouth.
the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a...
Well, guys, let's go to the swimming pool. Let's go take a shower. Let's go water skiing.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
There he is.
Be sure to bring a towel so you don't get all wet.
Well, let's just
Be sure to bring a towel when you get all wet. TATN. Welcome. We did all our house cleaning, so let's get into it. We got our how about them Cubs, and how about those smelly socks, those mildew, dirty socks. We don't know what's in their heart. Then of course we got those how about them Bulls. I think we're gonna skip that because we're doing the playoffs. The NBA playoffs. You kidding me right now? Playoffs? Of course, Bear Down, FGB, Smug Rogers, Diddy Cut and Run with Smug Aaron Rodgers supporting allegedly Brent Favre's thievery, alleged thievery. I don't know. Why is Smug Rogers locker? Why is there a locker in Chicago Bears Stadium for Smug Rogers? I don't know. We may have picked a booger. I'm not 100% sure. And then, of course, we close it out with our hottest topic, and that's the greatest football player of all time, potentially humanitarian of all time. That ever laced them up, I should say. Walking Paper, the GOAT. Let's get our resident Silverback in the building. Start a little earlier because Jackie Robinson's got business in these streets today through rain, sleet, and snow. Got those poor kids out there chewing on that big league chew, trying to get themselves together. You know what I mean? Trying to stay warm while their families sit in the stadium with a nice hot toddy or something. You know what I mean? This is what Jackie Robinson's all about. TATN. TATN. All right, big ups. Shot hound, bear down, shot down, bear down.
What up, fool? Take care of some administrative duties as we start the show here for the Jackie Robinson West 12-year-olds. Yeah, they had a dead in the chat. But what's going on? Happy Sunday.
Yeah, man. Happy Sunday, bro. I want to give a big ups to my mother-in-law, man. She's celebrating number 70 today.
Oh, man, that's love. That's love. Happy birthday, Mom Dukes-in-law.
Absolutely. So, big game today, huh, for the boys?
Oh, well, you know, it's just another game in the schedule. Just out here trying to get it done in these elements of the Chi. Yeah, we don't have the weather or the facilities of the southern teams where, you know, we can play outside year round and, you know, get all this work in outside with fresh air, and you can train in the morning and the evenings. And we got to dodge snow and hail, sleet, rain. But yeah, we're going to go out here to Romeoville and get it done in a little while. And yeah, just some more work. So that's all it is work. Spring work for us right now. And then we'll get to our regular season, and then it'll be time to assemble the complete team for the 12-year-old tournament that will lead to the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Man, I remember we went out to Romeoville. We used to play them in hoops every year.
Yeah.
And so this would have been late 80s. All I remember is every black person, including the little babies, had a wet Jerry curl. I'm like,
I don't know about a Jerry curl that we're supposed to be playing today.
Oh man, they kept their Jerry curls. Of course, we had a couple players who were still holding on to it. They didn't get any real time. Yeah, they didn't play.
Carefree curl, yeah.
Spend too much time fussing with their hair and working on their game.
No, I don't think I'm in the Jerry curl genre as far as who we're looking at today. But I'll keep on the lookout for him as we're heading into town, in and out of town. It's a long way from here, jeez.
And Chance the Rapper, any other philanthropists or athletes or entertainers out there, you know, all right, if you decide to give $1 million to CPS, your money, you're not going to make the pocket watching segment, but you know all they did was stuff it in their pockets.
Yeah.
But if you got another $1 million to throw around, let's go ahead and build Jackie Robinson an indoor stadium.
Yeah, it'd be great for us to get a facility indoors on the south side that you know, just the regular folks can use.
Beacon of light for the community. You know what I mean, Ace?
Absolutely. Yeah, matter of fact, they just built one on the north side that was sponsored by Jason Hayward, former Cubs player. Now,
he went and did it up north. Yeah. I mean, big ups to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they play on the north side, and probably the people that helped them design and sponsor, like, yeah, we need this on the north side. We just need
Yeah, I
more.
mean, I know they play on the north side, but that's some BS.
Yeah,
If you know what I mean, like
right.
if I played for the Dodgers or something, you know what I'm saying, and of course we could build this in Beverly Hills or somewhere like that, but
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean. I know where my people are.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So,
But
that's
is
another.
it in the community on the north side? You know what I mean? Is it a melanated community?
No, it's no melanated communities on the north side. Should it be?
Well, there are, but you know what I mean. They don't really consider
Yeah,
it north side proper, but
right. No, that's the west side. No, no, it's
exactly what they call it.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
wait a minute.
it wasn't built for us, but it's still baseball. We're still trying to come back from 2014 and the destruction of black baseball here in on the south side of Chicago, and we're coming back. They got a 14-year-old tournament coming up in about 3 weeks, where we got a few 14U teams coming from around the country to compete against some Chicago White Sox ace teams here in Chicago. So, it's those teams are mostly melanated. They got different players from different communities, but it's the resurgence of black baseball by entities that already have capital. We're just trying to bring back, just regular baseball to the neighborhoods for, parks like Jackie Robinson Park, and kids that may not be the greatest players, but aspire to be, and they can feel like they can walk to the park and touch a field or play a game, or instead of being one of the hopefully the best baseball players in the city of Chicago. Just want to get kids out there, on the fields, and learning the game.
Yeah,
So everybody's not going to be Jackie Robinson or a baseball superstar, but it's great that it makes no sense that we have all these parks in our community and the baseball diamonds aren't being used because nobody wants to volunteer and teach kids how to play baseball or put events together for them to play. So,
yeah.
I'm just trying to do my little part.
Give him some opportunity. R.I.P. King Von said, he played baseball. I saw him in an early interview, well before the fame. He had just started rapping, and he mentioned it twice, but the interviewer just wanted to talk about street stuff.
Yeah,
but he could have gone into that, and I had heard it before. Von was into baseball, bro, and you could tell it was kind of one of his regrets, that he stepped away from giving baseball. So R.I.P. Von, big up Stace, dude. He said, of course, dude, here with y'all from SoCal, San Diego, but Chi-Town in his heart always. We don't know what's in his heart.
What's up, dude? He said Chi-Town's in his heart, but
yeah.
He likes that California weather.
Yeah. He's
I don't blame you, dude.
Yeah, we don't blame you, DBD. All right, let's go ahead and hop into it, bro. First off, R.I.P. Jerry Springer. When he was going to the other side, Jerry, all the Angels was beating the crap out of each other. Jerry,
busting out press and first to get the transgenders a platform out there in this world. R.I.P. Jerry.
Hey, you know how you like your women's sports. Brother Wordsmith loved him some talk shows with some Jerry and some Gerardo Rivera. Well, he's be into listening to all that yapping and watching the fights and stuff.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. I had a feeling it was all scripted, and I was pretty much right.
Yeah. Well, Jerry had to make some money.
Yeah.
And he did a great job at it.
Yeah, because I would have got hit and been in the hospital, and I wouldn't have been suing the trash or whatever that hit me. I'd have been suing Jerry.
Yeah, I'm sure Jerry had him sign the
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 release.
disclaimers of the releases, anything you can think of before the show. Yeah, we're gonna send you out there, and it might turn into some form of controversy, but we don't know what's in the other person's heart. So sign this right here and have a great show.
All right, so the topic is the greatest football player of all time.
Video player.
We're talking about the GOAT. But bro, your socks, bro. I mean, seriously, I could put on a pair of sweat socks, go workout, hoop 6-7 games, stick those sweat socks, walk through a dirty rain puddle, stick those sweat socks in a dark, dank closet basement, right? And the stink coming off of those socks, bro. I mean, the last time I checked, your white socks were 7-20, bro. Now listen, your management is on the clock. He's some sort of, minority out there.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like in this year in y'all division, it was winnable. If you look at the team's records, all they had to do was be scratching around 500, like you said last week.
Right. Yeah. It's quite wretched. Matter of fact, I believe they had I was at the Country Wayne comedy show. They had a 3-0 lead, and gave up 10 straight runs and won it, and ended up losing 12-3. So,
at what point do you start blaming Kenny McReynolds, BMX Sports?
I think that's why he's insulated himself from being to blame, and you got to look at the general manager, and the general manager, of course, is going to look at the manager. But the general manager put the talent together, and he went out and got this manager.
He went out and got the manager. Go ahead. Right. Exactly.
And said that this is the guy that was going to lead them to the next level as far as winning is concerned. And even with Tony La Russa over there sleeping on the bench, they didn't look this bad. So I don't know who to blame, but somebody has to be to blame, and something has to be done. That your team is out here looking atrocious. But I'm going to go see some games soon because I'm going to get some pretty good seats. But
take the kids to the north side, man. You know what I'm saying? Take them to the north side. Enjoy a game at Wrigley. Take your shirts off out there. Get you a suntan. I'd sure do it. I'd be out there putting suntan lotion on. You know what I'm saying?
Stuck up some beers before they ate dinner.
Oh, they love me, boy. I guarantee you I wouldn't pay a penny for beer. Get him another $40 brat. Get him another brat.
What's the matter with time?
Now I was wrong. Your White Sox aren't 7-20. They're 7-21. We're not going to White Sox bash here. You know what I mean? But you guys make fun.
You should.
Yeah. And where's Diesel? All right, you got the Sox. They've lost 10 straight. Their last. Come on, bro. They're 9 games back. The team ahead of them in first is 16-12. They're 7-21. 3-9 at home, which you want to take your family to. If you want to wipe your ass with some money, you could just put the cash in an envelope and send it regular mail out here to me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get me some premium seats. I don't give a damn what you're saying to see some of them playing getting beat up by a good team. I don't know how the hell they got to play Tampa Bay so many damn times, but that's definitely part of their problem.
Bro, your 12-year-olds of win a series. I'm not saying you guys would sweep them, but you guys will win a series against the way this ball club is constructed.
Little T, give him a good run at pitch.
All right.
On the change out. On the circle change.
I can hear my grandmother. If you can't say nothing nice, just take a big cup of STFU. So how about them Cubs, man? 14-12. We're struggling a bit over the last 10. They've won 4 out of their last 6 games. 5 games behind the first place Pirates, who are 20-8. But they are still stuck in third place, what I predicted. That they'd flirt with and get one of those playoffs. You know what I mean? Everybody makes a playoff these days and gets a trophy.
I didn't think the Pirates would be in first place, but they brought back Andrew McCutcheon. They got a lot of young talent. They had that. They got that 6'4" shortstop. Can run like the $6 million man. He broke his ankle against the White Sox, but he'll be back again soon. But man, at least they're competing. Damn it, they're above 500. They got a chance to. I don't know what the baseball's got now. The play-in game, or the end of the year play-in series that the NBA has adopted. So you got a chance. But if you're sitting at 7-21, the first month of the season, yes, it's hard to come back from that.
Stace, dude, let's plan it. Regulators, we're gonna have a guy trip. We're gonna go to Wrigleyville, and all the regulators go there. We take our shirts off and watch a nice Cubs day game. Have a Ferris Bueller's day off. That'd be fun, bro.
Bueller,
yeah. Hang out in Wrigleyville after the game. Maybe go to the old Goat or whatever the hell his name is.
Billy Goat Tavern.
Yeah, Billy Goat Tavern. Yeah.
What's it called? Used to be around there. The Wild Hair. They made a move.
Oh yeah. Because they get too many melanateds coming down.
Yeah.
Causing trouble, stinking
stinking up the bars up down there.
All right. Enough of that. But go Cubs, and Ace, you let me know when you're ready to take those smelly socks out, put some bleach on them, and let them soak in the washer machine for a little bit.
Somebody's on the clock. I don't know who it is.
All right.
The White Sox never really drew fans as per se as a team, that was not a first place team. Now you got them as a 7-21 team. There's nobody coming to the ballpark. So
man, it's enough to get those pinks out on the south side. You're right for a ball game. They got to get off that L at 35th over there and risk life and limb to go watch 7-21.
Oh no, it's not gonna happen.
I don't even think the police will put extra security out there like normal. We're not working the Sox games.
For what? There's nobody there.
All right. Let's move on.
All
right. So today we're talking the greatest football player of all time. We're also going to give you guys our top 5 NFL football players of all time so we can put them in context out there. We are not going to waste any time on the Bulls. Let's hop into
the Bulls.
Yeah, no, let's go ahead and jump into the Bears because this is gonna take a little bit of time. It's been a lot of activity going on. If you guys don't know, the NFL had their draft last couple days. All right, Ace. So the Panthers took Bryce Young at number 1. Houston took C.J. Stroud at number 2.
Yeah.
And then they also moved up and took Will Anderson Jr., a linebacker from Bama, at 3. The Colts took that athletic. I mean, he's got to learn how to process. What I mean? I'm sure he can't get kids in and out of the huddle and understand the complexity of a football play.
It's going to be a project. You got to work with them.
Yeah.
Figure out how to, get them in and out of the huddle, learn the playbook, and
teach them how to think.
They can get the ball past the line of scrimmage. Yeah, they're going to do all of that in Indianapolis.
But another highlight I wanted to mention is Illinois cornerback, bro. Devin Witherspoon out there. Pick number 5 overall, man.
Yeah. He was projected to go top 10.
Yeah.
But number 5, that was quite amazing. That he would get picked that high. Shout out to the young man. Right in our backyard. University of Illinois can't win a damn ball game.
Now your Bears, they traded down, which I said I would consider, but I said I would not do it if Jalen Carter was on the board. We decided to move down one damn spot, trade with the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia, the same ones who got our quarterback that we could have had.
Yeah.
For a 4th round pick next year, and then moving down that one slide is what we got. They were able to get Jalen Carter, who many believe was the best talent overall in this entire effing draft. But
Yeah.
because he allegedly went out and was the pastor, I don't know what the story might be. And rest and soul to the, whoever passed away and condolences.
Yeah.
But
he was racing.
Well, listen. Let me go here. Jim, we're going to talk to production. Here's what I'm going to say right here. And I'd say it at the risk of eating crow at some time in the future. Let me tell you something. I'm not upset at what Ryan Poles did. I can't always have it my way. But let me tell you something. We will rue the day that we passed up on Jalen Carter. We will rue the day. He's like Warren Sapp, exact same situation. I did say we'd probably get a lineman at that pick, but that's because I didn't expect Jalen Carter to be available. But this is a case, Ace. Let's go ahead and get Ace back on the camera here, there, Jim. This is a case, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I know you like to take calls as a GM. Of Ryan Poles smelling his own farts. What do you have to say about that? I could trade down and get a lineman. Guy doesn't fit our hits principle. He's not going to work hard.
He's looking for draft capital. I don't know what the hell he was thinking of. Once it was determined,
we could have penciled him in as a day one damn starter. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Once it was determined and seen that this guy was going to fall to you, based on his off the field concerns or his transgressions prior to the draft, i.e. Warren Sapp. I would have took him. But we don't scout him. We don't talk to him, give him the Rorschach test.
Yeah.
All that crap they come up with to determine whether these guys can play football. But I think I would have drafted him. Screw that 4th round pick next year.
Well, did you see Jalen give the commissioner the gang handshake? I mean, how did they put that together over Zoom? How did they get a whole handshake together like that?
I think they meant,
they've been talking to him about his transgression. I'm gonna show you the handshake. Is that what they do in their meetings when they're trying to figure out?
They've been talking to him for the last 2 damn months. Like, man,
did he show him how to do the Ja Morant coon dance?
Yeah, you gonna be. You got a chance of being the number 1 pick in the draft. Let me show you something like that before hey man, it ain't gonna take me number 1, but I'm gonna show you when I get drafted. We're gonna do this handshake and I'll be a Hall of Famer after that.
But Ace, why does an organization like the Eagles not have any problem with this guy coming in and destroying their culture? And the Bears move down. You smell that? We're so much smarter than everybody else. We got a 4th round pick next year where we can get another player like what's his name that you don't like?
Velus Jones.
Yeah, we can get another Velus Jones who could potentially, up and down the lineup and run hard and hustle. I mean, I'm on the borderline of being completely upset. Now, Derek Collier said he didn't do anything wrong. And then he said, you guys were the coolest. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But who didn't do anything wrong, Derek Collier? Can you clarify that?
I think he's talking about Carter. He was just
Derek. Yeah, Derek. Lemonhead.
Yeah.
That's Lemonhead. You guys trying to act fancy on the internet for it. Big up, Lemonhead. Big ups, bro. Hey, big ups. Big ups. We got to live. Hey, the chat is pinned in there. It's an open panel. Anybody can pull up and talk sports politics. I don't know. I don't want to harp on it. We got a long way. We got a long way to go, Ace, through this draft. And so,
he was an incident as a young man. They won a national championship. They came back. We don't know what was in their blood system, but him and this other person, they got money. They got fast cars. And, they took off. They were excited and they were, racing. And
Got a
unfortunately,
fast car.
yeah,
Drive
unfortunately,
down the street drunk
what
and
happened
cause
was
a commotion.
there was a death that occurred from it. But so technically he didn't do anything. It wasn't his fault. He was speeding.
So Philly
that's-
didn't know this?
Yeah, Philly knew it. The league knew it. Everybody investigated it.
Okay.
But to come out after you traded down and didn't take them and say, character is more important than anything here in Chicago. It's some bull crap.
It's the same bull crap we've been listening to since pre-Warren Sapp.
Yeah. So I don't know who put the Knicks on picking this guy up for the organization. Maybe he was higher than Poles was, but you're putting a football team together. You worry about the other stuff later.
All right, but let's talk about who we did get. Poles is an offensive lineman, and just because he's melanated, I'm not going to like everything he does. I want that to be clear. And if I'm prepared to eat crow if this Jalen guy doesn't become the Hall of Famer that I think he's going to be. But that all being said, we got the offensive lineman. He's from Tennessee. He didn't play at some shithole college, so he played big time football in the SEC or what have you.
He hasn't given up a sack. And
2 years. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, you bring a guy like that in at right tackle. You got to be looking to start him day one.
You got to be passing up on Jalen Carter. He better be starting day one.
So it wasn't the sexy pick that everybody was looking for, but
bro, what are your Bears predicated on?
Running the football and defense.
Thank you.
So this guy is going to protect Justin, allegedly. Help with the run game, the pass game. They needed the 3 technique. That was hard to fathom that they would pass on them, but they need a offensive tackle as well. So if this guy who they've scouted and seen at the Senior Bowl and play games, and he's got the resume, even though people are saying he wasn't the best tackle in the draft.
Yeah, he's got short arms. He can't process it.
Yeah, he can't process it. You can't get through the playbook. But if that's the direction you want to go, I can't be mad at protecting Justin Fields either. Because when was the next time you're going to get a chance? You're going to get a offensive tackle out of the second round that
Yeah, I mean, typically you don't pick a right tackle, normally a left tackle, but you don't use that type of draft capital for the right tackle.
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure we can line up your family, your nephews going that way, LSU. We can line them up over there, and
Texas.
Yeah.
He'll be ready in 3 years. They can make another non-sexy pick in 3 years and bring Peyton Kirkland on to the Chicago Bears.
Now that would be fantastic. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That would be an extremely sexy pick. All right, but so in the second round, the Steelers took Joey Porter Jr., and that would have been our pick.
Yeah, that was cool though, man. How did you end up in the franchise that your dad started in?
Because the Steelers know what they're doing. The Bears wouldn't have had no interest in Walter Payton Jr. if he was a stud. You know what I mean? He doesn't fit our measurables.
Well, Jalen Brunson for the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
No interest.
But, all right, so we did some movement in the second round, and we ended up drafting a defensive tackle, Gervon Dexter Sr., 53.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. I mean, you got a team full of holes.
Mm-hmm. So you couldn't have taken Jalen Carter and then got some offensive tackle here?
I don't want to give a damn about no offensive tackle if I got Jalen Carter. I can go in free agency and get an offensive tackle, or I got 2 number 1 picks next year. I mean, I thought they had enough serviceable tackles on the team, but I guess they were looking for this linchpin. Yeah, stalwart to put on the line.
Because you got a linchpin at the right guard now. You picked up in free agency.
Yeah, Davis. Yeah. So I mean, I'm guessing they don't want anything to happen on the right side of the line for a few, next 4 or 5 years, and maybe they can pick up somebody to, back up Braxton Jones on the left side, or somebody's available to take his position on the left side. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, and Derek said that Jalen wasn't even driving. That's right. And he was able to plead no contest.
Yeah, so we get blamed for everything.
I'm saying, bro. I mean, I don't want to harp on it, but I would have taken Jalen, and then here in the second round, I would have got some right tackle.
It was something the Bears didn't want, but for whatever reason.
Well, we don't know what's in the head coach's heart.
Yeah. It was some reason he didn't want a 314 pounds stud 3 technique that you definitely needed. For you, and the draft, you're rarely in a position where the best player on the board is
falls in your damn lap at 9,
in the position that you absolutely need. So I don't know. Polls. This is going to be a.
And then he didn't even want to discuss it. He's like, I just want to talk about the players we do have. I knew this would come up.
It's gonna be a measurement of your career,
man. Listen. I'm telling you, I'm so passionate about this. Even if Jalen makes a Hall of Fame, means he's all pro 3, 4, 5 times.
Yeah.
And this lineup that we got produces a Super Bowl, I'm still feeling some type of way. Yeah. Because what we're predicated on is Bears, bro.
Yeah, especially down there on the lakefront when it gets cold and you're trying to run the football in December and you're running right into our 3 technique Hall of Famer that we just drafted. I don't know, man. I don't know what prompted that, but they must have had no interest in him at all to receive him at 9. And not take them,
and then only negotiate a 4th rounder.
Yeah,
man, at least give me a 3rd.
Yeah, you should give me your pick this year, and
a 3rd next year. We got a 4th next year.
A 2nd,
right?
Give me a 2.
Right. We need this position exactly. Yeah. We were willing to prostitute, for lack of a better word, just in time. To raise the trade capital for that 1st overall pick.
Right.
But we wouldn't prostitute a position that we literally need.
Yeah. I don't understand it. But, like I said, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see where this young man's career unfolds. But
big ups to all the sex workers out there. Let's be safe.
Yeah.
And their managers. All right. So we got is that it? Is that all we picked in the second round? Was that one guy? Yeah. Oh no, we got Gervon Dexter Sr. Oh, that's the defensive tackle. Yeah, that's it. Because I think we traded. We moved to get that pick. We had to move up. Yeah. So we're only doing the rounds 1 and 2. Yeah. All right. So we did get a 3 tech. All right. Maybe you can get this kid some booger sugar, mix that up with.
Yeah, I mean, I think this guy's hungry. The kid's good.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you, bro.
But he's not.
You just passed up on Warren Sapp.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Apparently, the Bears don't feel that way.
Yeah, we always act like we're the Patriots or somebody when we're not.
We haven't won a Super Bowl since '85.
All right, so I got did some research. Our home dates, we don't have the dates yet, but We got home games against the Lions, Packers, Vikings, Falcons, Panthers, Broncos, Raiders, Cardinals. So, we're recalibrating these picks since, we know what's kind of been happening so far. So, at home against the Lions, what are we going to do? W or L?
At home against the Lions, you got to count that as a W. That's a division game.
Agree. At home versus the Packers, Smug Rogers is gone, and they got that colored up there. Probably can't get him in and out of the huddle.
Man, that kid can play, but we're still going to beat him.
All right, I'm going to agree. All right, neutral field overseas against Sideshow Bob, a.k.a. Pat Mahomes, and the world champion Chiefs.
Neutral field.
It's the Chiefs' home game, but they're playing over there.
Germany, eating brats.
Yeah, somewhere. I got that as an L. It is a trap game for the Chiefs, but I got it.
It is. Well, it depends on the Bears' health, but I'll take that as an L.
All right. And then, I probably shouldn't have put that there since it was neutral, but we'll leave it there. Home game against the Vikings. I got a W there.
Yeah, we're going to beat the damn Vikings.
Home game against the Falcons. I got a W there.
Yeah, they're rebuilding. They even got a quarterback? Yeah.
All right. Home game against the Panthers. I like the way the schedule's shaking out.
Definitely got to kick the snot out of the Panthers. Well, I mean, they got a quarterback out the draft.
Yeah.
But they're going to beat them because
they don't have a receiver. They ain't got no talent around them either.
Yeah, we need them to lose. We need them to lose as many games as we can. We got the number one pick.
Yeah, that's right. All right. How about at home against Hall of Famer Russell Wilson?
No, we're definitely
the new coach.
Going to kick the crap out of them.
Yeah,
the bong smoker. Yeah.
All right. How about the Raiders?
Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely beat the Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo will probably be hurt by the time they play the
W there. And how about the Cardinals?
The Cardinals are in a state of free fall right now, so they'll be back in the top of the draft next year. I'll take that as a W.
All right, so we basically got them undefeated at home, and we know that'll never happen. So I'm gonna 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna get 6 and 1, 2 at home, and then they lose a neutral game. But you're going 8-1 so far, including the neutral game. So let's go on the road at Lions. I'll take an L there.
Yeah. That's gonna be a tough division game, and the Lions they did pretty well in the draft too. So even though I got them as a W at home, it's just because we're at home. So I'll go with the Lions and now.
At the Packers.
At the Packers, we're gonna sweep Green Bay next year.
Big ups, Cobra Commander. Big ups. You say a sweep for Green Bay? I'll go with you on that. Go with you on that. Okay. At Chargers. I don't respect the Chargers. You know what I mean?
I don't think they respect themselves. So that's a W. It's gonna be a tough one, but it's gonna be a W.
At Vikings, I'll go with an L.
They ain't gonna lose that game. It's a tough place to play now.
At Saints.
Who that?
Yeah, you might that might be your yearly travel Bears game, bro.
Yeah, that's a W there. I'm going down there.
All right, we got Saints. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. That's a W.
We got on the schedule coming out, so I can.
At Buccaneers, drop dead gorgeous Tom Brady is retired.
Yeah, that's a W. They're gonna be the worst team in that division.
I agree with you. At Commanders, they look pretty good. I'm gonna go with an L. Yeah, I'm gonna go with an L.
It's gonna be tough. I don't know. At the Commanders.
Yeah, remember we lost last year in the defensive battle.
Yeah, we should have won that damn game.
Yeah, why we at the road with the Commanders every damn season? Or was that a home game? Yeah.
No, it was on the road. It was in
Yeah.
Washington. It probably rolled around to us playing we were playing their division last year.
You're right.
NFC East. So damn. I'm gonna say a W.
Wow. And finally, Handy J. We go to Handy J, bro. The Browns.
I might have tried that. Nothing in Cleveland do. Well, they got a science museum. We're gonna win that game.
I'm gonna put it as an L. I got faith in Handy J.
Yeah. No.
So you've got the Bears 14-3 here, fella.
The playoffs.
You've got them 14-3. All right, just letting you know for now. I got him at 10-7, which still seems a little highly calibrated, but I'll roll with that.
I got you.
All right, so you guys, today we're going to be talking about the greatest football player of all time. I say it's walking paper. I'm pretty sure the co-host agrees, but let's go ahead and move on. And you guys know about the Bears. They got a lot of money still left over. They can get some free agents. We got a lot of draft capital next year. Next week, we'll break down the second and third. The third, fourth, fifth rounds. All right, so Smug Rogers, Aaron Rodgers, coach sent us a picture where he was apparently running around Soldiers Field, and we actually have a locker dedicated to this bum.
Yeah,
Papa Bear Hallis has got to be rolling over in his grave.
I don't know where that picture came from. I don't believe it.
You don't want to vet this? I mean, if that couldn't have been, no, he was probably at Lambeau or something. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way they got it down. Glass encased Aaron Rodgers jersey at Soldier Field, and if those Bears players there are enduring some crap like that, they, as well as the coach and the general manager, everybody needs to be kicked out of the damn franchise.
All the way up to the mayor-elect.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll assume that we haven't vetted it. All right, so Rodgers ends up going to the Jets. The Jets sent the number 13 in a swap for the first round, and a number 13 overall pick, and a 2023 second round pick, which is number 42, a 6th round pick, number 207, and a conditional 224 second round pick, which can become a first round pick if Rodgers plays 65% of the snaps. And Green Bay receives the number 15 pick. The Jets. So first of all, I think the Jets gave up entirely too much.
Absolutely. I think they were, I was cautioned to say they're on the side of desperation as far as the capital they gave up for.
Because Green Bay knew they wanted to play that color. And they were stupid with Rodgers. So y'all can deal with that. And I'm taking on the $50 million salary. You know, we can go get, what's his name? The Bears used to have him. Diesel's high on him.
The Ginger?
Nick
Foles.
Yeah, we could go out and get Nick Foles for next season.
Yeah. No. I think it's just that fantasy to have that Hall of Fame quarterback. First since I guess Joe Namath, and the players that they have, and I think he's just the final piece to the puzzle, as Dave Weinstein would say, getting them on to playoff and Super Bowl contention.
I get it, man. When I look at the money versus the Packers' own internal disarray and desperation, I wouldn't have done it. We can swap this year's pick, and that's it.
Yeah. They had been negotiating for a while, so I guess it's just. The Packers were just holding them over the barrel. Like you want this guy, you say you want him, but it's going to take, a little capital, for him to be there, and
okay.
That's what.
All right, well, y'all sit there and let then y'all sit there. I would have been calling a bluff. Sit there and let your backup quarterback lose another year on his rookie deal.
Right.
You sit there and let him keep holding the clipboard. This guy, Jordan Love, that you drafted so early.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even the game that he came in against the Bears, I think he was playing. He looked like he had control.
He was processing.
Mastery and control of the damn offense, and he's fast as hell. I thought you think Justin Fields is fast. This guy is pretty quick himself. So, you know, I don't think they're going to the doldrums as far as quarterback is concerned by going to Jordan Love. You know, I mean, he's not going to be drop dead.
Yeah, he's not going to be drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah.
But am I Packer hating? Yes. But this affects us in our division that the Jets rolled over like that. And the Jets don't care because they're not in the division. Right. But, man, that's the Packers' problem. I'm not bailing y'all out and sweetening the deal. No, we'll take that salary off your hands and we'll swap a draft pick. And I may have thrown in a fourth, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know what they built. They built the Jets for with the Brett Favre trade. So, you know, you have to look back in history. I don't think they gave up this much. But
is that where Favre immediately went? I thought he went to Minnesota.
Oh, he went to is it in the Minnesota first? Minnesota, then the Jets.
I think so. I wasn't sure because I heard some other prognosticators say what you just said, and I was like, did he go to Minnesota first? Seems like he played better football in Minnesota.
Yeah. Jets probably got him when he was just looking for welfare programs to build. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a scumbag. Yeah, you know that allegedly. Yeah, they say Aaron Rodgers put 10 stacks up on one of his scumbag deals.
Oh yeah, one of his Ponzi schemes.
Yeah.
Why not? You're making him $50 million a season, bilking the Packers out of money like you know you're gonna be competitive in the playoffs, so might as well give something back to Brett Favre.
Well, we got some hits from the bong. We got some bong hits.
That's the Broncos' new coach, right?
Yeah. This is Sean Payton. And you guys, fair use. We're only gonna play a short clip because YouTube be tripping. All right.
Fair use.
Sean, dude, that's not a little bong either.
He is ripping it.
Keep going. Keep going.
He's ripping it.
It's ripping it.
He is ripping it. Now, did that look like Sean Payton to you?
Yeah. Look like anybody with a dark camera coming from an under angle. Yeah, it could have been, might not have been. Who knows?
He's in a state where it's legal.
I mean,
how's this different than John Morant? You know, holding a stick at the club.
Oh, he's drop dead gorgeous, and he's a head coach, and
with a clean history.
No, he doesn't have a clean history.
No, he doesn't.
Absolutely not.
He doesn't. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. He's from the Bill Belichick tree.
Yeah, he's got a record. He's put bounties out on players. He's done it all.
Suspended an entire season.
He's done it all. Then he just quit on the damn Saints and said, yeah, I'm not going to coach anymore until I get a better team with a better offer in a city where I can smoke the bong. So, I mean, you know.
And he calls it the Dolphins. The Dolphins' first and second round picks from this season. Somehow got the Dolphins involved. They were flirting with him.
Some tampering.
Yeah. They lost their first. The Dolphins, imagine, you know, and they already a trending up team. Something like this kills your development.
Yeah, they were stacked. Wow. Okay. No, did they have? I think they had. Yeah, they would have had 2 number ones.
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Something with Tampa. Some sort of tampering was going on. Maybe they
Well,
wanted to get Peyton and cheating Tom Brady.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying. So
We're gonna de-inflate the balls just the way you like them, Tom.
if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So
yeah,
that's the kind of coach you need. You want to win.
I mean, but he is drop dead gorgeous in pink. But
yeah,
this seems like the media doesn't care about it though at all. They're not talking about, but the kids are watching. He's a role model. Where's all the nonsense talk?
Oh yeah, that's not going to happen because he is drop dead gorgeous and he out there in Colorado.
But isn't it inappropriate for him to be with those young college kids and carrying on like college kids? I mean,
I don't think there was anything sexually inappropriate going on. So it's just a measured time of bad judgment, and he should know better to be filmed doing anything.
But shouldn't he be going over the playbook? How can he study the playbook when he's hitting the ball?
Oh man, he created the playbook. He knows those plays backwards and forwards. He can process. Even while he's hitting the bong. So So
is Stephen A. Smith going to be talked about whenever they lose a game? Stop hitting the weed. Does Stephen A. Smith have the balls, the gonads to come at this powerful pink man in the NFL like that?
No, Stephen A. Smith will have no way to talk to this guy because he knows what is in his heart already. He's a football coach, and we as laymen, not in the NFL or in this higher level of media, don't know what is in coach's heart when he hits the ball with these young
funny
kids.
You said he's a football coach because you're right. I find that baseball and football coaches in the high school level, unless you're in a black community, they tend to have something stinky in their heart. They find a way to play all those non-melanated kids. Yeah, and put one of them at the helm. When everybody knows there's some sort of colored right there that should be playing, that the team galvanized behind. They do that quite frequently. Baseball will do it too. Yeah. Interesting you said that. Like that bastard in Georgia.
Oh boy. Your buddy.
Yeah.
We don't know I guess he told us what's in his heart.
Well, but he was drinking alcohol and he's going through a divorce, so it turned out the ex-wife, the wife he's going through a divorce with, still had access to everything and posted it.
Wow.
If you're going through a divorce, whether it's cantankerous or not, people, change your privacies and your permissions out there.
Because now your life is ruined, coach.
God. But this Karen knew what was in his heart. Now she knew. Now she wants to expose him.
Right, but you were taking the money while he was training all these melanated people that he hated apparently, and just see what happens to your his or your income as it becomes obliterated as a coach in the state of Georgia or trainer, whatever the hell he was doing to make money.
Well, she was probably taking a stick from one of his former players.
Well,
and that would devastate him, make him go on the ring.
Send him over the edge.
Yeah.
I can believe it.
All right, you may. Speaking of, I'll sleep with your wife. I'll dink your wife. You is it Udoka? Udoka.
Mike Dinka?
Udoka? Did you dick her? He's off to the Rockets. Apparently, like you said, our Bulls had no interest. Any comments on that before we move to the next topic? Big ups, roommate. Big ups.
Udoka. I think the Bulls should have, brought this guy in for a cup of coffee. I don't know what they're doing anyway. But you got to figure out your coaching situation, your roster situation. And if you don't think it's a roster problem, as you keep talking about just adding a 3-point shooter, it's got to be a coaching problem. So you got a guy that took his team to the NBA Finals in 1 year, I'm bringing him in to talk to him about his system, or
Well,
maybe
Lord,
if they want.
Lord knows Chicago's a alt-right, all-red city, and we can't have
Man,
these questionable character guys like a Jalen Carter or Ume Udoka around our city.
You crazy, man. We trying to win championships. What are you talking? Well, I guess for the Bulls, it really doesn't matter, since they lucked in 6 of them with Jordan and Pippen, and they've been trying to figure it out ever since.
But to your point, I'd have a lot more confidence in Udoka coaching the same roster of guys that the Bulls have than this guy we got now.
College coach. I don't even know his damn name.
Yeah.
Scotty McFarland or something like that.
Tim
anyway, yeah, Pink Floyd. I mean, if you got a coach that hasn't made it out of the first round of the playoffs, or barely made it to the first round of the playoffs, and I'll be looking in the direction of making a change to get to the next level.
I said I would have went after him when he was at the height of the scandal.
Yeah, when he first got suspended,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they're going to do, but you can resign, and I got a job for you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Playoff Jimmy. And you guys, the link is pinned in the chat. You can always pull up, cameras on, or you could call in or text 424-900-6945. That's 424-900-6945. Playoff Jimmy, a guy who we drafted, buried on the bench behind Lou Alding. Played Lou Alding 75 minutes a game and could find no place. This is Coach, whatever his name was. He's at the Knicks now, hurting their players.
Tibbs.
Yeah, Coach Tibbs, found no way to use Jimmy Butler, but then as soon as Ding got injured, Jimmy Butler started playing 75 minutes a game.
Somebody's got to play 75 minutes.
We maxed him out and then just let him go. We traded him. We traded him. And who did we get for him?
Bag of Magic Beans. I don't know who the hell they got for nothing.
We gave him a bag of magic pills and some lean.
Well, I know he got nothing for him. I mean, he just got him out of here disgruntled.
What are you looking for when you draft a player? You got a two-way player here that's giving you his everything.
Yeah, you got him in, and you got him out at the end of the first round. I think they didn't want to pay him.
They paid him. But then they didn't want to pay him again.
Yeah. They didn't want to pay him. They thought all of you college was making too much money. And then they had to realize that, all these bums are making $40 million. So, yeah, it was too late to get him back. But we can quickly
move away from a Jimmy Butler, but then stick with a DeMar DeRozan. But this guy is your homegrown talent that you drafted. I feel like the Bulls don't prioritize keeping their players. And look at that guy on Denver. I'm on the record saying I wanted what's the small forward name? Something Junior. Remember he had the back injuries and the Bulls could have drafted him. But
Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, Michael Porter is giving you quality basketball right now.
Yeah, I mean, but everybody expected him to get better.
Correct.
But the Bulls were in a window where they needed a player right away, or whatever crap they're trying to send to the fans. But yeah, and even you got Lauri Markkanen was the damn most improved player.
Most improved
in the NBA.
But we didn't draft him, I don't think. We got him in a deal for when we got Levine. Was that the
No, they drafted dude in the first round.
Yeah, and pissed us off when they drafted him. And then the guy started balling and he's no longer on our team. We have a history of this.
Yeah. That
what's the guy's name who broke his jaw? There's somebody I think broke one of the Pink players' jaw in practice. He's balling.
Was, Bobby Portis.
Yeah, he's balling.
Yeah, his season's over with. But but he's playing. He got him a chip. Then you got Wendell Carter down there in Orlando. We got rid of him. He got a history being being smarter than everyone else. So
yeah, you took the chance on Carter, but then you let him go, and all he did was block shots, play defensive rebound. But when we're gonna wait a year because his knee is off. But then when he starts doing it, we don't have any interest in him.
We're gonna trade him. I'm gonna trade him for this guy out of the shithole country and see what he can do. He's a proven commodity. Yeah.
All right. Let's push on. But playoff Jimmy's been balling, bro.
Yeah.
Also, LeBron. They eliminated Memphis. What's that all about there, fella?
Well, I mean, you weren't very high on Memphis from the beginning.
No.
And LeBron was definitely not high on Memphis from some of the comments they made in their player statements and virtuosity and bravado during and after games. And
random bums poking the bear.
Yeah. And you ran them right off the court and got them right out of the playoffs. So, they have to assess their team situation. Like, they came out last year and had a decent run in the playoffs. And then they came out this year thinking they could just, roll the ball out there against whoever they played. And then, they were in a position to make it to the NBA finals. Even your Jordan killer came out and said, yeah, there's no problem for us in the West. And you don't make it out of the first round. So,
like I said, when LeBron didn't even say that.
Yeah.
Kobe didn't even say that. I mean, Kobe may have said it at some point.
Yeah.
I don't, but I bet it was more deferential than that. You're right. So anyway, that just told me something about his mental. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
His lack of respect. He's like when some of these guys come out and, diss some of the hip hop legends or what have you. You know what I mean? It's a lack of respect.
There's a blatant lack of respect for, for a whole division of basketball that you haven't beaten, and a division of basketball that supposedly contains the current GOAT of basketball. So, they got what they deserved, and now they can go home and go fishing and think about it. Or, the management got to figure out what they're going to do with this team.
When our first Bulls three-peat was on the come up, they kept their heads down and they was humble. They caught fire in the playoffs. They was more athletic. They was younger. They had Michael Jeffrey Jordan to close out games.
Yeah.
And they went on a playoff run, won like 13 out of 15 games overall, and won that chip. But they wasn't running around talking about F the East and we own the East. They ain't one crap.
Right.
And, bulletin board material, random bums.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan didn't let you do that.
Yeah, because he was the one out there getting the elbows and the and knocked to the ground and thumped and killed for those years before they were able to get above those thugs in Detroit. So no, he's not going to let you do that. Absolutely not.
When did Giannis Antetokounmpo contract Nick Anderson free throw shooting disease? What's going on with this guy there, fella? And they're trying to blame all the players around him. I mean, my man, the small forward, put up 33. Yeah. I mean, Giannis, you can't miss all those free throws. What's going on, bro? Like, and then the coach, are you blowing it up? Are you going to blow this team up?
No. I mean, Giannis took a hell of a fall in this series. And he's usually practicing free throws, in between games. So, maybe he didn't get his regular free throw practice in, and it led to his lack of ability to hit them in crucial moments in this series. But yeah, you see him throughout the year, still trying to shoot free throws in different cities. I guess he's got a problem knocking them down. So he's trying to fix the physical and just make the shot automatic. But, there's something wrong with him in his free throw shooting.
Mental. I think we both had Milwaukee to win it all, and we had Giannis as, MVP all the way out. Big ups to
Milwaukee. Or did I have Boston?
You might have had Golden State. It was either Golden State or Milwaukee. Yeah.
Okay. That's over with.
As far as winning it all.
That's we'll see what happens in on the West Coast. They got a game 7 tonight.
Yeah, we starting the self-love show a half hour earlier, so we can try to catch that.
Yeah.
All right. Cleveland, New York closed out Cleveland. I was high on Cleveland. I think I had them getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. They're toast. So my Eastern Conference Finals predictions is right out of the window. Toast.
I had Boston and Milwaukee.
Yeah. I didn't think Boston was going to get it done because they went out and hired another melanated coach. Probably wasn't processing. Philly swept Brooklyn, so that's no big surprise there.
No. Absolutely not.
Boston closed out. So you got Boston, Philly in the next series, and New York and Miami. Who you got in the New York-Miami series?
Oh, it's going to be some good basketball. I got to go playoff Jimmy.
I know, man. Most people are going playoff Jimmy. And do you trust the Knicks? I mean, these are the questions.
I trust Jalen Brunson. Julius Randle, yes, he is hurt. He's questionable for this game.
Yeah, but he'll be back.
Yeah. Man, that's
I'm going with New York, bro. I know you're a Miami guy. That's like your second city.
Benito, it's Miami. Yeah,
Carol Taco Bell.
Yeah, but the Knicks got the the home court advantage. Yeah, I'm going with Miami, man. I'm going with Jimmy Buckets until they can figure a way to stop this guy because he looks like he's wide open all damn game. Wherever he just wants to go and shoot the ball from.
Well, that's the thing. When do these players when does a Giannis say, "I'm taking Jimmy on this last"? There was times when Michael Jordan would come out there and defend the best player in certain situations. There were times when Pippen would go out there, we've saved your fouls. Now it's crunch time. This is all or nothing. Let me guard Jimmy Butler.
Right. It doesn't happen anymore. I guess he's just making the coach's decision. And if the coach doesn't make the decision, it doesn't happen.
Right. The players, today's players are okay with this nonsense instead of saying, F you, coach, and F what the coach
man. I'm gonna shut this son of a bitch down. We're trying to win. I'm the best player on the team.
Best defender.
Yeah, and he's killing us. So let's
I'm missing free throws. Let me give it to you in a different way, right?
Yeah. Well, let's make somebody else beat us. But there's no way I'm going to let this guy run me out of town with 56 damn points.
Night after night.
There's no way.
Jimmy Butler is averaging like 36 or 37 points in the playoffs, bro.
Those are Michael Jordan numbers, man. Get out of here. There's no way you're gonna beat
Watch
me.
That.
I'm gonna sit there and watch it. There's no way. Night after night.
Especially in my house in a closeout game. I got this, dude. You know how that motivates the other team when you're like, I got this.
Yeah.
Your own team, rather. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody else has got to beat us.
But they've devalued the true point guard, the leader who's able to say, Ace, get him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
They put it all just on the max player. The max player is the best player on the team.
Yeah, he might be max athletically and stat wise, but not all the time.
Yeah, leadership wise, that would make Zach LaVine our best player.
Correct. But you're going to have Zach LaVine. You could have had a Brunson to tell LaVine, all right, now's the time you shoot. Now's the time you pass the damn ball, you high yellow. All right, let's move on. Who you got, Boston or Philly? I got Boston.
Boston. Oh, I got to go with Boston. Yeah,
you got them all the way in. Right.
Yeah.
All right, Denver, Phoenix. Denver's up one game. I watched about 3/4 of that yesterday.
Shit. I just saw the final score. It doesn't look like Phoenix has the opportunity to do anything against Denver. But, it's the West Coast. It's wishy-washy back and forth. So, heads, tails. I'll go with Denver.
Well, Denver predicated itself on keeping the same team together. They value that. You know what I'm saying? Winning with that team. You see, when I watched the game, the nuance, which is something I mentioned, the nuance of the way they run their offense, that wouldn't be possible when you just bring in a Kevin Durant off the street. 12 games before the playoffs. He tweaks something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then all this is supposed to be working versus a team that's been together for 7 years.
Yeah. For sure. But and they got good coaching. So I'm going with Denver. And plus Phoenix, they struggled to get out of the first round.
Man, guys was sleep on Denver's guard. They keep giving all that credit to that big pink kid.
Yeah.
That dude was hurt last year and the MVP.
Yeah.
Who you say?
Booker?
No. He had like 30, he was balling.
Yeah.
Another point guard, Ace. You know what I'm saying? And balling. He had like 36, 37 points, man. You know, he's not a big name everyday player, but he balls at playoff time.
Yeah,
they didn't have him last year.
Guard play leads you through the playoffs and to a championship. So you got strong guard play, which is why the Bulls couldn't get past the play-in game. It's going to help you as far as on that journey toward a championship. And you need a strong point guard and point guard play to get you through.
Thanks. Okay, so we got Lakers. They've already moved on. So we have to decide Golden State at Sacramento for Game 7. You've got the crusty veterans, and you got the young athletes keeping their heads down. It kind of remind me of a young Bulls team when they were on the come up.
Yeah. I mean, I always like De'Aaron Fox, but I got to go with Golden State because I already picked them to make it to the Western Conference Finals. All
right. So then, assuming Golden State wins and then they go against the Lakers, then you got Golden State over LeBron.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. I know you got baseball, so let's get off of this.
All
right. So now, Brittany Griner speaks out on the penal colony. One thing she said, she's probably been watching the show.
What is it?
She. I don't think you're going to misgender her on this show. I don't think she's come out and said anything, but she did come out in support of transgenders playing in women's sports, though.
Okay.
I've been saying that was a guy. I thought she was a guy. I've been saying it since college, but nobody wants to listen. But she came out and said that she'll never play for some shithole team again, which we said on this show. But she didn't comment on whether or whether or not she had the dope.
Yeah. That was all alleged. That was all alleged dope.
The media didn't even ask her.
Yeah.
Nobody's asked her, did you have the dope?
That doesn't count anymore. She was seen as a
victim.
Of political politics, and we can't just.
But how can kids learn if she doesn't say, "I had the shit, I was wrong. You need to follow these laws when you're in other countries, or don't go to them."
I don't think they're concerned with the kids learning. It would have been a great move on her part. I don't know if they're still pending litigation or what's going on, because she pled guilty over there in Russia.
You're in the gulag. They probably was beating us. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Plead guilty, or you're going to get 1 million years. It's your choice.
You can plead guilty, get these 9 with the possibility of getting out of here, or we can go to trial and we can give you 100 years. So,
right, but she could have at least addressed it. You know what I'm saying?
Once she made a stateside, correct. I made a mistake.
Correct.
But maybe she doesn't feel it was a mistake because it was something she obviously had been doing for a number of years. She just did it at a time where the U.S. was sending money to the damn Ukraine, and they needed a political pawn, and I'm sorry.
Man, they had to have somebody associated with the team that can get her vapes in Russia. You know what I mean? And you leave this shit, you'll throw this shit in the garbage when you get to the airport. She never said, I forgot I had it on me. It was just more like, I do it all the time, man. You know what I mean? Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way I'd have been trying to bring that crap back to the U.S. It must have been something more than cannabis. Could have been, some hash.
Something
know.
else was affecting those decisions.
Yes.
Right.
So you get that all day long in the U.S. So I don't know what made her decide to try to bring these items through Russian customs. So
I mean, now the moral of the story shouldn't just be I'm not going to play for another shithole team in a shithole country.
Right.
It should have been, and also kids, I'm not going to be traveling with, vapes and nonsense, and I'm going to honor the rules of these countries, the laws when I do go there.
Right. Or the consequences are I can get 100 years in prison.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because every kid that might be watching that and looking up to him, they might decide, I can just travel with vapes too. They let Britney out. The president will get me out.
Yeah, and the president will make a call and no.
No, Phuket.
It took a lot of back alley deals. I don't know what the hell they promised to get her out of there. Because there's still people over there, journalists and contract workers that are being held by the Russian government for stuff that, nowhere near as cut and dry as this. Just stuff, espionage, he was a spy, stuff that they can just make up. But they had evidence on her and she got out. So, don't do it, kids. Say no to that.
To be clear, we were all saying free Britney from the beginning. So glad you're out. But come on. We want to know. And damn these reporters who don't ask the right questions.
Yeah.
But your boy, Lamar Action Jackson, his mom finally got the deal done. His mom was able to negotiate $260 million. $185 million of that is guaranteed. It's over 5 years.
You didn't take it right up the bum for saying there's no way she can get a deal done.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw it to you. Is the agent worth? Because I thought they were getting 10 to 20% like your regular lawyers, or 33% like an ambulance chaser.
Yeah.
But apparently they're talking about 3%. So is an agent worth to you, Ace? I would go out and find a black at 3%. But is an agent worth 3%, or is it better for you to potentially pay your mom that 3%?
If my mom was
your mom's in your business, go tell your mom that she's in your business.
I gotta pay all this stuff off under the table, man. They can't know everything I do. But I'm gonna take the 3% and give me an agent. Even if I can negotiate it down to 2%. Like, Mom, here, I got my agent costs negotiated down to 2%. You take that 1% and have a great rest of your life, and let them take care of, all the minutia and nonsense, and find me other deals and endorsements and
honestly, Ace, because 200 and what is it? 60 million.
Yeah.
3% of that is 6 million, and you got 18. It's about 7.8 million. For all the heartache and you're trying to play football and everything.
Yeah.
I'll pay the 3%, but I might have found like Clutch Sports, somebody colored. But I'd pay that to an agent.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially Jalen Hurts agent. Wow, she can represent me and my family.
Correct. Now, if I'm a low tier player, I might represent myself. But even then, you're talking about 3% of, say, a $5 million contract.
Yeah, and I think it's more important to the lower tier player to have the contacts that said agent would have versus waiting for a company to call Mom Dukes or putting this in front of Mom, whereas agents and agency will have certain deals on the table for their player or other players, and if it's not a deal for you, then at least someone else in the agency can get it and you have access to it, as opposed to putting that stress on Mom. Come on, Mom, we done made it. we didn't made it. We didn't make it for you to work. You know, I can put you somewhere in this damn deal and get you a percentage, or whatever. That's what I wanted to do. You know, if I was
and the agent probably would have got him $265 million and $190 million guaranteed, and they would have covered his fees.
Yeah, absolutely. So that little extra that you would have needed to take care of my Dukes, we could have had an agent do that and put it right in the contract.
Correct.
Been done with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. We need some more upfront money so I can get my mom out of here.
Right.
Right. I'd add up and
that would have been
my son.
That would have been my angle.
Yeah. I would have had her beat them down, rest her so for about 4 or 5 days and said, listen, you know what I mean? I'm going to bring my agent in here, but yeah.
We're going to get this done. I'm bringing mom back.
All right. But I'm so happy he finally got paid. Looks like they're bringing some players around him. They're about to change the offense up because apparently they feel like after 5 years in MVP football and having the highest winning percentage of any quarterback in the Super Bowl era, apparently they feel like he can process now NFL playbook.
Well, they paid him to process. Now they can shift over to discount his money, was he really worth it and all that.
Oh yeah, they already on that. Yeah, pocket watching. Oh yeah, Stephen A. already and now you got to earn it, and now you know what I mean. He's been earning his money all the time. The whole time he's been earning his money. Like, what you think?
Right. You don't earn it like I do. I earn my money. Yeah, I you don't know what's in their heart.
You absolutely don't. All right. So before we get to topic, we're talking about the greatest football player of all time. Football player, any position, on any level. I'm going to give you my number. I'm going to start out with my honorable mention.
All right.
And show you the quality of this list. My honorable mention is a guy that I've been low on for various reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Deion Sanders. He makes my list. Honorable mention. Probably could have been a little higher, but they've devalued, the cornerback position when you got those coloreds who can run.
Okay.
You got any honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions? No. I'm hard pressed to 5'5", but no, I don't have any honorable. Actually, Prime is on my list, not as a honorable mention.
All right.
But he is my number 5.
He's your number 5, so I'll go ahead with my number 5. Broadway Joe Montana, quarterback position. That's my number 5.
Okay.
No. Sorry. Ronnie Lott is my number 5. Ronnie Lott. Yeah, you can rip my finger off so I can finish playing this football game. So Ronnie Lott, safety, San Francisco. That's my number 5. Deion Sanders, another defensive player, is a corner who had some time in San Francisco. He's my number 6. Who is your number 4?
It might not be a popular pick, but my number 4 is Tom Terrific. Tom, drop dead gorgeous, limousine riding.
I'm gonna have access to your plays because we're gonna film your pregame walkthroughs, and so I'll know exactly what the process with the defense, and then inflate and deflate the footballs and throw my cell phone in the ocean while the feds are investigating Tom Brady.
Tom, if you're not cheating, you ain't trying Brady. That's right. It's on my list at number 4.
All right. I'm not going to discount that. I'll have you guys hear me right now. He is not on my list.
All right. I got you.
Right? At all. All right. My number 4 is, I gave it away here, Broadway Joe Montana. He played in an era when he could actually be hit, when his receivers could be hit going over the middle, where they could pick you up and body slam you and finish the game and not be suspended. He revolutionized this game. He's got multiple first-team All-Pros, and we can go on and on and on and on. But he is, in fact, the only quarterback on my list, and the quarterbacks toughest position to play in all sorts. Yeah, so it's Joe Montana. I'll slip in there. So now I have Deion Sanders, who spent some time with San Fran. Ronnie Lott, San Fran. Joe Montana, San Fran. You might think I was some sort of San Francisco.
Treat.
Treat. But my number 4 is going to be Jerry Rice, another San Francisco product.
That's your number 3.
Yeah, he's my number 3 overall. Jerry Rice, and we could do a whole show on that guy.
Yeah, that's quite interesting because Jerry Rice is on my list at number 3 as well.
Interesting. So, we don't see highlights, and nobody talks about these guys on these so-called sports shows.
Yeah, but I don't know why. Because I mean, man, any guy you can send across a middle, knowing you can take any 5-yard or 10-yard pass play into the house anytime he catches the ball. Yeah, come on.
And I don't think I ever remember him dropping a pass. Can you honestly remember him dropping a pass?
No. That was part of Jerry Rice's history. His father was a brick mason.
Oh, that's right. And he said throw bricks at him.
Yeah,
line them up on the wall and throw bricks at him. You're gonna catch it or it's gonna bust your face.
Yeah, you missed it. You're risking injury as well as it hurt the family's bottom line if one of those bricks hit the pavement and broke. So yeah,
I'll tell you what, if you want a famous child, because I think Michael Jackson's dad was had them with the bricks out there in the front yard.
Yeah,
they said their dad used to put a pile of bricks on the front lawn and make them move it from one side of the lawn to the other. If you can't find something more constructive for the kids than that, I mean, I get it. You can work them out, but I mean, come on, if you're gonna do that, we're moving these over here so we can build this something. I mean, you go out there and move those bricks from one side of the yard to the other.
Let's move these bricks.
I think they just wanted hanky-panky time, him and the mom.
Yeah, go out there and move that sand and make that mountain into a molehill, or this molehill into a mountain, and we'll call you when you're done.
Yeah, that's prison work. I mean, crack those rocks. Why are we cracking them? Just because.
It's not like they had a shortage of kids, so Joe and
they had to get them out of the house, man. They had to get them kids out. Like you said, it was making babies. Yeah, we still got to make Reedy and Janet. Y'all go move them bricks. Yeah,
Tito, Jermaine, and man, they had a 1-bedroom house, and they got 14 kids.
2300 Jackson Street. All right, so we both agree there. Okay, so now we're going to the number 2, the second. And you guys, this is no disrespect to anybody who's played in previous eras that, I may have overlooked. I'm just, going by my personal eye test. I have seen some highlights because there's players like Gale Sayers, Jim Brown that could have easily made this list. But my number 2, we're not going to hold the booger sugar against them.
Oh, man, look at that.
I'm not talking Dexter Manley, who could have been on the list.
Yeah, couldn't process.
They did him dirty. He was definitely Pookie. I need to do a documentary on.
We got to do a Dexter Manley week.
Yeah, booger sugar. We might do a booger sugar week.
Booger sugar. All right.
All booger sugar team. Yeah. Michael Irvin comes to mind. Allegedly.
Yeah.
When they cry on TV and tell everybody their problems, then they get caught again and they cry. You know what I mean? We want you to go out in front of the public and cry. Yeah. All right. So
sugar move.
Lawrence Taylor, man. I mean, beast. Changed the game. Each individual game, you had to know where he was. They moved him around the field. You didn't run his way. If you know what I mean? And you had to have two people blocking him, and that wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor. I think he was coached by the Patriots coach. He was his D coordinator for a while.
Yeah. Parcells and Belichick.
Yeah.
He was linebackers coach, actually.
Yeah.
Then he moved up to the D coordinator.
Well, he's probably getting them the booger sugar because Belichick wins it by any means necessary. Belichick is probably the plug.
You ain't cheating.
We're going to call you linebacker coach.
You ain't cheating. You ain't trying.
You ain't trying. All right, so we both.
Can't see my paper, but that's what it says. LT right there for number 2. It made the, as the Bears started to eliminate some of the Super Bowl players we had on our 85 team, that Giant team, that was my squad, especially on the Super Tecmo Bowl with the Mark Bavaro, and then you got LT running out there on the Boogie Sugar.
And they had the other linebacker on the other side. He was cold too.
Yeah, Harry Carson, you had Carl Banks, man, they were loaded. They didn't get rid of those guys.
DJ Creeper said, Rice is a sellout. I erased him. Being an athlete, you do have a responsibility regardless if you like it or not. He disrespected Colin Kaepernick. Oh, I didn't see his comments on Cap. That's unforgivable to the blacks before and after him.
Okay. But dig that more into depth of
what his comments were. Yeah. Interesting.
So DJ Creeper says up the bum with Sam Fran and their damn players for disrespecting.
Well, no, he just said Rice. Yeah, he just said Rice. He didn't say Sam Fran. I hear you, Creeper. Like for instance, O.J. Simpson could have been on the list. One thing about me, unless you're cheating at the game, you know what I mean? I'm not really going to hold that against you. You know what I'm saying? What you do with your personal preferences. We'll be on your ass. Yeah. We'll be on your ass, won't we? But we won't. I mean, what you're doing out there on the court or in the field between the lines, that's what this is about.
Yeah. Everything was allegedly. OJ was acquitted.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. All right. And then, of course, number 1 on the list, that brings us right to topic. I think we may both agree. And Ace, is interesting. We both only have one quarterback, as important as this position is.
The alleged importance of the position. We've seen plenty of teams that had a quarterback, Hall of Fame quarterbacks, but they needed running backs to get them over the hump, i.e., what's the guy out in Denver? Elway. He made Terrell Davis give up both his knees to get that guy a couple Super Bowls.
Oh yeah, you got to have defense in a running game. Even when Peyton won his, you had to have a defense in a running game. When Brady most of his, they had a running game and a defense when Brady was winning.
Yeah, so Trent Dilfer, defense running game. So they predicate all this stuff on having a great quarterback. I think you just need a great threat at quarterback along with that defense and running game. And the Bears, with the best running game in the NFL, is heading in the right direction. Now let's fix the defense.
All right. And so let's jump to sweetness as we wrap up today. Now we're talking about sweetness, okay? He's got a career, and Jerry Rice came out of some shithole school, didn't he?
He came out of Mississippi Valley.
Deion Sanders wouldn't want to coach there.
Nah, he wouldn't coach there now. He wouldn't even play. He wouldn't even play there.
All right, so he's got came out of Jackson State, HBCU. 100. He's got 77 100-yard games. Rest his soul. 492 career receptions. At the time he retired, he was the league leader with 16,726 total rushing yards. He played 13 seasons. He had a total of 125 TDs. And here's a quote from Sweetness himself. It's not about money. It's not about statistics. It's about the romance kindled by playing the game the way it was supposed to be played. Walter Payton. Sweetness. One thing about Sweetness, bro, hey, if you held Walter to 100 yards, you were happy.
Absolutely. Because, that could be a quarter or a half for him, if he really had it going. The offense was predicated on just giving them the damn ball.
Behind a bomb line.
Yeah, behind a terrible line playing on concrete. But had they had they put him in position with some different plays, different play calling, different strategy, then I don't think Emmitt Smith would have caught him as far as record was concerned.
And his durability.
Yeah.
He missed one game. I think it was his rookie season or something.
Yeah, that hill climb routine he had every summer to get ready for his season.
Jerry Rice worked out with him and said he was puking doing that hill. That he said Walter Payton had him puking, and Jerry's work ethic.
Yeah. I mean, he shot big thighs on him as he
look at those big thighs. He's like a horse. He's like a horse.
Yeah, he's a thoroughbred out there. But I mean, just a natural routine of tackling this mountain, and hill year after year, along with I guess his natural weightlifting and being a runner. But there was nobody with a bigger heart and work ethic and like you said, durability than Walter Sweetness Payton.
And the hill helped him with balance. That was one thing about Walter. I mean, he was a mix of all of that.
Yeah.
Running up the hill, it wasn't like a paved hill. It had rocks and dirt and grass, and you had to run on that.
Yeah. So you're trying to achieve this height as well as keep your balance and is building your endurance. So it was an unparalleled workout for him as an athlete. I've got a coach now that used to coach T that swears by running up a hill for strength and endurance. Not a hill as daunting as Peyton's hill, but just to run up and down a hill, which the men of Leo High School had to do for football practice. Definitely help your endurance and strength.
Yeah, strength is your core.
Yeah.
And he had strong hands, could have been a fighter, man. That stiff arm. How many linebackers necks you see? Go back in there. And so yeah, and he had wiggle, and you didn't know if he was giving wiggle. Pow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if he's giving you wiggle and that damn straight arm comes out, you're toast.
And no matter how hard he got hit, Ace, he'd hit the ground and bounce right back up, be the first one back in the
Yeah. And no matter who it was, what kind of angle they got, how many yards they got steam up to go hit him, he just pounds right back up and right to the other. That's got to be demoralizing, especially cold.
Demoralizing. When you're a defensive player and I just hit this, everybody else that I got to hit on like that was out for the rest of the game. This guy bounced right back up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now Creeper has got to be from Detroit or something.
Yeah.
He said work ethics in football is key. He said Barry Sanders is probably the number one back, and let's not forget Marcus Allen. Now, Barry Sanders, when you ask Barry Sanders who's the GOAT, what does Barry Sanders say?
Yeah, it's Walter Payton. That's why he stopped playing. He didn't want to break his record.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not taking nothing away from Barry. Barry could have been on this list somewhere.
Yeah, Barry's great. Don't get us wrong.
Is that your honorable mention? You're gonna put Barry on is he your honorable mention?
Damn it,
let's pencil Barry in as honorable mention. Now, as far as Marcus Allen could not carry Walter Payton's jockstrap.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it again. Marcus Allen could not carry Walter Payton's jockstrap. Great player, not taking anything Hall of Famer.
Yeah. So. West Coast guy. Yeah. But it's hard. It's hard to compare some of these players, a lot of these players, especially taking nothing away from Barry, but he's a dome player. And Marcus Allen was a West Coast player. And
neither one of them was as durable as walking paper.
Yeah, none of them played in Soldier Field for the majority of their career on concrete and against some of the toughest defenders And
Now
then
Barry did play for a shit old team and rarely had blocking, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's still in the dome.
Yeah. He said, to be honest, hits were real then. Exactly. Definitely big ups to all them backs back in the day. He said he also played running back in high school. Respect to the running backs. Keep that head on the swivel. And this is what we're saying. You know, we personally on this show, we don't devalue that position.
Yeah, no, not at all. That nonsense that they're doing now. Running back committee. Yeah. You find if you can find you a great back, find you two great backs, and find you three great backs, and have the other team find a way to stop it.
Well, yeah, because the reason being is it does take pressure off your offensive line and your quarterback because these backs can make plays that they weren't supposed to make when you have a great back, or they could take a 4-yard run and break that out into a 12-yard run. You know what I'm saying? Or hit a home run, you know, and that's been devalued for some reason. They think they could take anybody who's running a 4.443.
Just throw them out there.
Yeah. You know,
we'll talk about it next week, but the Bears picked up a running back in a 4th round, former quarterback.
Yeah, I saw that. And he picked up another receiver, your boy Valus Jones on the clock, boy.
He's on the clock. Now, this running back is a kick returner as well. So.
Yeah. And a receiver. He said, yep, true on Barry, retirement to Walter. Right. And I saw them both play. And again, if I had Barry in his prime and Walter in his prime, I'm starting Walter Payton.
Yeah.
If they're on the same team.
Yeah, but I don't know what I would do with Barry. Shit. I guess
Barry would get some carries.
I don't think I would pass. If you pass,
being a wildcat, huh? Being a
wildcat every play, because you can shift Payton to the quarterback position and have him hand it off to Barry or do the RPOs and. Man, come on, man. That's
Payton
stuff they could have
holds
been doing.
The NFL record for TD passes for a running back.
Yeah. That was stuff they could have been doing with Vince Evans, but you know they weren't ready for the melanated quarterback back then.
I mean, think about that. When we say best football player, we want to encompass this so you guys don't think we're just being homers. There's never been a running back that's blocked harder or better or more effectively than Walter Payton. Would you agree or disagree?
No, I mean, he did everything he could to win a game from the running back position, either through passes, blocked.
He taught himself how to catch.
Yeah, play action fakes. And you know, we haven't got to the humanitarian part, but yeah, there's shout out to all these other players, but there's a Walter Payton Award for a reason in the NFL. And
he did have a dirty helmet though, rest his soul, because of the Jerry curl. We're gonna get to that later. I mean, he almost didn't make the top of my list. You know, just like this guy doesn't like Rice because his Kaepernick and anti-Black Lives Matter talk. Well, you know, this guy had a Jerry curl. You know?
But he had to, once he got out of the game, took a shower, got back to his products. He had probably one of the wettest and freshest curls in the city of Chicago at the time, going against Andre Dawson and Leon Durham. So, it was a competition out there. And I think Payton might have won.
Yeah, they said he could process. He was a savant when it came to football. We just mentioned he could block. He can receive, and he can throw the football, and he could kick it too. There was some talk about how far he can kick the football.
Could he kick it further than Robbie Gould?
Robbie Gould, I was thinking about putting either Robbie Gould or even what's his name? He played for the Eagles, won the Super Bowl. Diesel,
Nick Foles.
Yeah, Nick Foles could have been on this list. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Honorable mention.
Yeah. But all right, let me just go through this real quick and then we could throw it back to you. So Walking Paper was our first round choice and the 4th player selected in 75. And this is as I was coming out of Theta. You know what I mean? The games would be on. I had brothers watching the game.
Yeah.
So around 77, I was okay. I knew the game. 78, so I was able to watch him. He developed into a superstar of unusual dimensions during his 13 NFL seasons from 75 to 87, all of which he spent with the Bears. 5'10", 200 pounds. He rushed for 3,563 yards in 4 seasons at Jackson State. Went on to dominate the rushing section of the NFL record book during and long after his career's records held. The records he held at the time of retirement, 16,000, and this is when you could be hit, spit on, stepped on. They didn't have all these rules, roughing rules. And all this
Targeting.
Yeah, targeting. Yeah. 16,727 total yards in 10 seasons with 1,000 or more yards rushing. 275 yards rushing in one game against Minnesota. I saw that game. 77 games rushing with more than 100 yards and 110 rushing touchdowns. Peyton had 4,368 combined net attempts and accounted for 21,803 combined net yards. He also scored an impressive 750 points on 125 touchdowns. Robbie Gould outscored him. Peyton won the NFC rushing title 5 straight years from 76 to 80. He also led the NFC with 96 points in 77 and won the NFL kickoff return championship in his rookie campaign in 1975. Nobody talks about. He was named both All-Pro and All NFC. You know I'm big on All-Pro. 7 times, and he played in 9 Pro Bowls. He was selected as the league's most valuable player in 77 and 85. The NFL, the NFL Offensive Player of the Year in 77 and 85, and the NFC Most Valuable Player in 77. An amazing runner, Walter rushed for more than 1,000 yards 10 of his 13 seasons. His best came in 77 when he ran for 1852, third best in history at the time. Peyton's 492 career pass receptions for 4,538 yards and 15 touchdowns contributed to exceptional combined total yards. So he was catching the ball, man, and getting yards.
Walking paper, baby.
Extremely durable, Peyton missed 1 game in his rookie campaign and then went on to play in 186 consecutive games. Come on, man.
You can't make that stuff up.
Let's see your jersey.
You can't make that up, man. You cannot make those stats up. They still don't sound believable, and we watched them do it.
Watch them do it. Watch them do it.
Still don't sound believable.
Sweetness. And then he come out there at the game. Yeah, we just played good, and it was a team effort. Boom! You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's straight out to the chin, boy. Ooh-wee. Man.
And your best ability is your availability, Ace. And that's what we always talk. Jordan, he clocked in and played night after night. Rodman clocked in and played night after night. Didn't matter if he was out partying the night before.
Yeah.
Pip clocked in and played night after night. Pip had a couple of games here and there where I thought maybe he could have played, but he was always having some emotional issues.
Yeah. Still some problems with his wife or something. Girlfriend.
Yeah. Why are you looking at Jordan's son? That kid's only 13. What are you guys doing in the bathroom together? Big ups.
I'm changing the diaper.
All right. Creeper said, when I coached the kids, they made us teach them how to alligator tackle to prevent concussions, but it targets the waist grab and roll, not as efficient as hammer nail style. He says he's a true Niner fan. That's his team, faithful to the Bay Area.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, they have changed the technique, you know. But it was you had to make business decisions, to quote Deion Sanders, when you were tackling Walter Payton.
Right, because you're gonna
get in your head, coming in with your head down if you want to.
Yeah, he's running full speed, and he's gonna put his head down too. So he, a lot of times, just like you coming like that at Peyton, it's the best ram that's gonna win. and this guy is a bowling ball. So yeah,
man, and you couldn't just go at his legs.
No, well, I mean, his legs are tree trunks, so
yeah,
that was a decision as well too.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Peyton to roll over in his grave if we don't talk about his humanitarian. You brought it up earlier. The Walter Payton Award. He needs 2 awards though. One for effort, one for the Lou Gehrig type of thing, and then for the Lou Gehrig Award, durability, and then the humanitarian, which I know he'll be the most proud of. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I mean, his humanitarian efforts and the Walter Payton Foundation helping people around, the Chicago area, United States, anybody in need, even down to the point where he wouldn't let himself be boosted up on the donor list because of his fame. If he said, if a liver became available for him, he would take it. Or was it a kidney? Whatever.
Yeah, but he didn't feel like his life was no more important than the average Pookie on the block.
Right. Which we don't believe, but that's the way he lived it, and unfortunately, that's the way he ended his time on the earth. But the fact that the NFL has made the Walter Payton Award such a grand award in the scheme of things, as far as the NFL is concerned, is a class act on their part, even though they've missed out on a lot of other things. But that's something I take to heart as a Bear fan, and definitely as a Walter Payton fan, of his award being held in such esteem in the NFL. So
he was a role model. When he was talking to the president after we won in '85, he was like, give a shout out to Nancy for me. Sweetness. You know what I'm saying? How's your wife? He as president, how's your wife?
I mean, he was a good guy, man. Everybody talks about how much of a jokester he was, and how much of a nice guy he was. So shout out to Walter Payton, his family. Connie's still alive and kicking, and the kids have went on to do what they're gonna do with their
man, that was sad. I watched his memorial they had at Soldiers Field for that brother, rest his soul. Boy, I'm ashamed. I'm not ashamed to admit, man, I dropped a tear, man.
I was crying watching it. Yeah.
Because he had no off the field issues. He's a family man.
Yeah, man. He did whatever he could. Ronald McDonald House, anybody that called upon him that needed his assistance and help, and especially with kids.
Yes.
Walter Payton was always available, and
But the NFL pinkballed him from getting a team. That broke his heart.
Yeah, well,
they Reggie Jacksoned him.
Yeah, well, it was it was the Reggie Jackson Old Boys Club, so there's they weren't ready at that time, and as you see now, that they're still not ready. They
still ain't ready. Well, maybe Jay-Z will get a team. He's just got to suck everybody off. Can we say suck everybody off? That's part of the ritual, You got to suck all the owners off.
An indoctrination of becoming an owner of the NFL team, the first melanated owner. Yeah.
Well, even the first female. That's why they're not there. The black guys and women are like, no.
Yeah. So I mean, these current owners, they've got to die. Even some of the older owners, they're passing on. But see, the ownership groups are either leaving it to the kids, or they're just selling out to whoever come up with the next $5 or $6 billion. So,
hey, big up to Joe Cool, man. Hey, if y'all ain't checked out Joe Cool channel, he's a Chicago cat, and he goes out there and gives the Chicago's finest, the CPD. He goes out there and gives them hell. Make sure.
All right.
Yeah, he's like Big Nick of Chicago.
I gotta
Yeah.
like, share, and subscribe, Joe Cool.
Man, check out Joe Cool channel. He said Peyton's work ethic, that hill he used to climb. Yeah, Joe Cool, we spoke on that. You know what I'm saying? And when players, other Hall of Fame players used to work out with him, they couldn't hang with him on that hill.
No, that's Walter Payton. Man's man, man's hill, man's player.
He brought up the Kangaroos. Yeah, that kind of messed him up.
I mean, it wasn't no Jordans back then.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He talked about the rules. I don't think I ever had any desire. I was going to school in Hyde Park. You couldn't show up around those kids.
No kangaroos. Kangaroos was offering the chips, so I guess he had to go with it.
I guess so. It could have become like what do you call that? Under Armour, what Steph did for Under Armour.
Yeah. I mean, because a lot of these major shoe brands went into football turfs, what we called them back in the day, cleats.
Yeah.
They didn't care about that segment. They'd make a shoe, but they weren't really specializing in those shoes. So
remember, he wears a headband over his curl. I don't know how he kept that headband white, boy, with that curl. And he had kangaroos on it. Your boy
he probably had his curl taped down underneath the headband.
It probably had plastic on the inside. Your boy Jim McMahon used to get in trouble with the
the commissioner. He put the commissioner's name on his head.
DJ Creeper said, "No, you didn't go sucker fish on Jigga." Yeah, I mean, he looks like Joe Campbell. You know what I mean? No homo. You know what I'm saying? He's got those obvious DSLs out there. There's something going on. It's a cabal of the Illuma booty. You know what I mean? And if you want to own the team, that's why no black man has done it. I'm telling you.
I can believe
it. Teach his own. Yeah, Joe Cool's representing the West Side. Creeper said Foreman, Hornets, West Side. All right, and Henry Hornets. All right.
Feelers, huh? Feelers was popular back in the day, Joe Cool. Yeah, I remember those, but that was still after the Kangaroos. I think they were just like a tennis shoe back then. Then they went on to basketball.
I'll tell you what, when I was on the West Side, I don't give it credit. I lived out west for a minute with my grandmother, y'all. Yeah. And I would go out there in the summers too. The BBR. It was a place called the BBR, Boys something. Man, we'd walk through all these different neighborhoods and shit to get there, bro. But man, they taught me the foundation of three sports: basketball, football, and basketball. I learned the fundamentals at the BBR out west. Big ups to the BBR. You know what I mean? And I cultured my game, of course, on the south side out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they I was still in Theta when I used to fuck around at the BBR. All right, go ahead and give me your final thoughts on Walking Paper, the greatest. I don't want to be hyperbolic, but the greatest football player of all time. Go ahead and give me your final thoughts so we can close this out, bro.
Well, Walking Paper, Walter Payton, Sweetness, whatever name you want to call them. We had several for him and his greatness as far as football is concerned. And it really hurt my heart. I didn't see his decline until I saw his decline, until it was time almost for his passing. And I just hated that we lost him in such a way, in such an early time. I believe he would have eventually found a way to put a group together to get an NFL team had he still been here on this earth. But the ability that Walter Payton had as a player and as a man, and it's something to be recognized, exemplified. And like I said, again, I'm happy that the NFL has done that through the Walter Payton Award. Maybe, they can expound on that as far as, sending more dollars to HBCUs or just doing things that Payton would have been doing had he still been alive. But as a Chicago Bear fan and as a Walter Payton fan, I can't say that there's any greater football player, and he's my all-time NFL player of the century. Walter Payton, shout outs, and peace out to his family. But that's my final word on Walter Payton.
Hey, well said, bro. And I'll be super brief. I know you got to go coach the Jackie Robinson's finest. Go get him. Mike Dicker, small ups. You couldn't figure out a way to actually. You went out of your way to embarrass Walter Payton and not allow him to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. You broke that man's heart. You piece of shit. Walter Payton literally cried after the game, after winning the big game of his life, because that meant a lot to him. And you knew how much it meant to him, you piece of shit.
Now, you don't know what's in his heart.
Yeah, now I don't know what's in your heart. But that was some BS. But that all being said, he did get him a ring. Should have had multiple, you piece of shit. Big ups to Walter Payton. Definitely a role model. He's a man's man of any athlete. I don't know how vocal he was on, police brutality and things of this nature. But he played his lane, and he played his lane as well as any athlete across any sport has ever done in the history of sports. And if you ask me right now, would I have one of Ace's top 5, the drop-dead gorgeous, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, cheating, slick-haired Tom Brady? If I'm putting a football team together, would I take Tom Brady or would I take Walter Payton? I'll tell you today, tomorrow, yesterday, the day after, Walter Payton. So those are my final words. And you guys, if you want to catch us on the Self-Love Show, today we're starting a half hour early. It's going to be 1:30 Chicago time live. We're covering how words are used to cast spells that can imprint on the subconscious mind. We're going to unpack that today. And next week, right here, we're going to go through the 3rd and 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th rounds of the draft. Any other player movement the Bears may have done. Ryan Poles, big up. But more importantly, Phil Jackson. That's going to be our hottest topic. Phil Jackson, what's in your heart? We don't know what's in Phil Jackson's heart. And so we appreciate the support. And as always, as we close out, all right, if you ever find yourself sliding through the great city of Chicago,
Mouthpiece included.
Might be out west.
Shout out Joe Cool.
Might be on the south side. Might be in Inglewood, Long Beach, California, Inglewood.
W, baby.
Keep your head on the swivel. Better watch your back. Big Nick, you better check your 6.
Yeah. What's up, butterfly?
Better guard your grill. You better knuckle up.
Don't forget it.
Don't forget to.
Don't forget it.
And don't forget to.
Don't forget it.
And don't forget to bring your mouthpiece.
Your mouth? Be ready?
Huh?